So today I am installing the last piece on the roof, the last piece of solar Bouge Rv flexible walkable solar panel. I already have 3 pieces, 200 and 100 in the middle. This one is gonna be the 100 in front of the skylight. I am cleaning the surface. It's really hard to get to this area. I have to stand on the hood. It's pretty hot actually, the sun hitting it. And as you will see, this solar panel has a self-adhesive back and it is super sticky. I mean, I just put it down and tried to move it. I could not. So make sure, the best would be for you to get help from somebody. I didn't have any help, so even when the sun hit it, I couldn't remove the backing. I had to move it into the shade. And it's October now, so it's pretty cool in the shade. After it cooled down, it was easier to remove the foil from the back. As soon as the sun hits it, it melts like butter, and this bitumen like black stuff is super sticky. As you can see, I can barely remove it. It's still warm. So the 100 watt panel in the front, it will have its own roof gland. That's the only one I'm using. In the back, I just gonna use a hole with a rubber grommet. All 6 wires gonna go through it. I did remove all the MC4 connectors, and then it took me another day to reinstall the MC4 connectors inside the van. And then I came to the conclusion that why am I doing this? It's not even on the outside, and these big connectors. So I was thinking, and then I searched online, and I found, because these are 10 AVG or 6 square millimeter wires. So my wago connectors were too small, but you can buy wago connectors for 10 AVG. And here I stick to it. I stick to the roof, and it's a timeless. So I did try to remove it, but I couldn't. And so then I did clean it. I think I put it okay. I just wanted to move like a couple millimeters, and then I did drill with a Bosch circular saw with W40 and a drill, and I vacuumed it, and then I painted it with Brunox epoxy and then hammerite. I did use a tool to take the sharp edges off, and then I glued it with a UV Sikaflex 221. Originally I glued it this way, as you can see, and then before it solidified, I turned it to the correct way. And this is the inside. You see the MC4 connectors. These I spent the whole day installing, and then I cut them off, and I just installed the wago. I installed the MPPT solar charge controller by Victron, 75 15 amps, and I have one lonely LED bulb. I think it uses maybe 1 watt, single watt, and it just turned off. It's 5:33 p.m. in the evening, October 15. So it's already, the sun is gone, or pretty much on the other side. I have 600 watts of solar, and I will start installing the batteries tomorrow here. 24-watt system. And the solar system is on the roof with, let me go up there. Let's see, I already fell once. Although on the inside. So, there we go. As you can see, the sun is setting. So I got the Bouge Rv 200 watt flexible walkable solar panel, glued, 200 watts, 100 watts, 200 watts. And in front of the skylight I have another 100 watt, the shorter one and wider 100 watt. So it fits, this Ford Transit fits, I would say maximum 600 watts. Maybe if you don't have the skylight, then you can put maybe 200 watts more or 100 watts more, but it should be enough. I'm gonna have generator. Oops, it just turned on again. Got a little light, I guess. I'm under the trees here too, so it's flickering though. I'm gonna have Sikaflex 521 UV here. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I'm not gonna use the solar cable gland for the roof. This is much better, I think. Smaller, low profile. I want to have this also flattened onto the roof somehow, so the trees don't get, I really hope, because this is pretty high. I hope the trees don't grab it. That will not be good. You gotta be careful driving this on the road. So tomorrow I will install the battery system. Front 100 watt solar panel comes in here. I have it routed where I can on the inside, where I can on the outside, to the back, and then above the speaker and inside this beam, and then comes out here, and then there's 3 more on the roof. And I started doing it with the MC4 connectors, and I did it. I installed it. It was very hard in this small space, and I put it inside, and I said, no, why am I doing this? It's not even in the rain. It doesn't have to be waterproof. It takes up a lot of space. If I want to change the light bulb for the brake, it will be really hard. So I was thinking, I searched the internet, and I did manage to find wago, I don't know how you say, connectors. The 221s. Wago 221 connectors. and those are good for 10 gauge, 10 AWG. Oh, the light just turned on. So this will take 10 AWG or 6 square millimeter wiring. And I think I did series parallel connection, so 2 and 2 in series and that 2 in parallel. So I have 50 watts and 12 or something amps. Hopefully I will have 600 watts. If not, I will have to reconfigure this because I got 2 100 watt solars and 2 200 watt solar from the same brand. So the voltage is the same, but the amps are different. So I think I did it right, but it's not really. It wasn't sunny today, so I can't really test it. And I don't have the load. I have this tester. It works really good. Anyway, tomorrow I'm gonna do the battery, the 24-volt battery. I'm gonna start laying them down. I might put XPS underneath. What I have is 3 centimeters thick, which is pretty thick. We'll see. Or just lay it on the floor. Don't know yet. So this is the roof, and it's a mess in here. I'm going very slow, and it's getting cold. I'm drinking tea. So tomorrow is another day. Day 90 or something.